EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Brown Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Looking to throw right away is Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This one downfield for Tillman. That is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run over center with Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up
Sick of playing fucking throw, boy. I hate this move.
Territory down the 45-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just keep stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of it. No room to find to get upfield.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down. Running left, here's Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Tillman motions to the left. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Oldhead. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Van. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. This 2nd and 4.
Armour Davis on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
To throw is Watson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. This one downfield for Tillman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Ravens 21, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Watson changing the play. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. There he goes left side. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Don't let him rest.
Back to throw, Watson. This one downfield for Tillman. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Browns nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 5. A give here to Mitchell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Watson off play action. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Sink thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Watson looks to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have run or pass is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Pulled in at the 24. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson now off the bootleg, and Walker has it. And past the 35, he dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Second and 6. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Again, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Odafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 25-yard line.
This could be it. This could be the turning point.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, Mitchell. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at the 48-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick or something to hang their head on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now look out. Nick Chubb. He's to the 20. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 91 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Cam York for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Ravens 42, Browns 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 49, Browns 10.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all day on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that breaks through. In the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Watson going to change the look here.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Don't let him rest. It's about time, fellas. Hey, 31. Gonna be a good day.
Now back to throw. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Jackson now. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what,